Good morning everybody and welcome back to Visit FYLDE Coast. It's Thursday the 17th of December and in between some rain showers and some grey clouds we've found enough blue sky to come to Cleveleys Seafront and do your walk on the beach. We've just been in the town centre, so you might have seen that we did a live video as well as we walked through the centre of Cleveleys. Busy little spot. If you've never been, it's well worth a visit. And if you're new to Visit FYLDE Coast, make sure that you've subscribed to our YouTube channel and you've hit that little bell for notifications, and then you'll find out when we upload new videos. So this is Cleveleys Seafront in winter, and if you've been watching Visit FYLDE Coast this summer, you'll know this promenade quite well, because during the first lockdown we spent quite a lot of time tramping up and down here and walking up and down the beach. So I'm just going to zoom in and you will be able to see in the distance Blackpool Tower. So it's right centre shot and you can see North Pier just slightly misty in the distance, and there's some straight sea defences that are kind of at a little bit of an angle just at the back of that lady with the dog. That's where Blackpool joins Cleveleys, and that brown thing with the hole in the middle is the shipwreck memorial, and that marks the boundary between Blackpool and Cleveleys. So we're going to go for a walk northwards and we're going to walk along Cleveleys Seafront. The tide's coming in, so by the time we get to the other end we might have got another video of a splashy high tide. So I'm going to go down here onto the steps and we'll walk along the edge of the beach, because that's a far better view. It's a far better view, and the sound of the sea is just lovely. I love to hear that. In summer we've got the doors open and you can hear the water tumbling on the pebbles. They drive my family mad, saying, "Oh, listen to that sea, doesn't it sound nice?" So this sea wall was completed, must be about 10 years ago, but we still call it the new promenade. And the stepped revetments are designed to sap the energy out of the waves as they come up to the top. So all these different step sections are all part of the sea defences. They look pretty and it's certainly attractive to people, and it's certainly busy, and even in winter plenty of people use it. But it's all mechanically engineered for the best effect. There's always a reason for everything. So we've done various other videos in the past about Cleveleys Seafront, and one day when the tide's out and it's a bit better weather, I think I'm going to do a dedicated video to each of the pieces of public art, because that big white thing that we were stood against when we began this video, that's the sea swallow. And that is the marker of a story for Cleveleys Seafront, which is all about, it's a children's fairy book, which is all about myths and legends and little bits of fact that are related to this area. But there are already videos that we made in the summer that are on our Visit FYLDE Coast YouTube channel. There's a Visit Cleveleys playlist. So if you just get that from the menu, you'll be able to watch them, pass your time over the Christmas holidays. So I'm glad that the sun's coming out for you, because everywhere looks at its best in the sunshine. Often see people fishing, and there's quite a lot of fishing competitions as well, and you've probably noticed that, in fact, this guy stood next to one, look. You've probably noticed that there are little yellow fish at the side of the sea wall, and they go all the way along the edge of the seawall right up to the car parking area, and they're what's called fishing pegs, and that's where people fish from when there are competitions going on, because apparently different spots have got different degrees of fishing. So some of them are better spots than others. Up near Russell School apparently is a good one. So to stop them all falling out over whether somebody keeps getting the best spot, they use the fishing pegs and the draw for which number they get. And then it just looks so beautiful. I'm going to turn round now because the light, when you get it that way around on the sea, it just looks so lovely. I know I keep saying that, but goodness me, what a view. 17th of December, the world's going crazy around us, and you've got all that to look at. What more could you want? So don't forget, make sure you've subscribed to the Visit FYLDE Coast YouTube channel, and then you'll get all these lovely videos and lovely sights each day to keep you going through winter until you can come back yourself, and then you can come and explore all these places and have a look and see whether you agree. So I'm going to walk down this slade to the beach, and we'll walk along the edge of the steps. There's another guy fishing here, look. Don't ask me what they catch. I get my fish from the fishmongers in Cleveleys. I must say though, we do end up with fishing gadget envy, because that trolley that he's got with those thick rubber wheels, that will be perfect for collecting driftwood and things off the beach. Wonder where he got that from. Right, so we're going to walk along here now. We're going to get down close to the sea, I think. We'll not get too close because he's coming in and I don't want to get wet. And it's also quite noisy, but just look how lovely that is. It's just beautiful. Can't say any other, can you? I'll go a little bit nearer. Ooh. Maybe not. Ooh. Splish splash on the crest of a wave. It's not high on my list of favourite activities, getting a drowning. The sea looks browny coloured like that because of the sand. It picks the sand up and it churns it, and that's why it looks browny coloured. And when it's offshore wind and it's not as rough, the sea actually becomes a lot more transparent and a lot clearer. So we've walked down here to the Jubilee Leisure Park, so you can just see the gym and the cinema, and just on the seawall here is the ogre's paddle, and the ogre himself is sat in the sea. I think you can just see the top of his head. I'll point him out when we get a bit nearer. And that big metal thing that we can just see in the distance, that's Mary's shell. We'll have a look at that when we get a bit nearer to it. Ooh. I'm trying not to trip up. So you can see the way that the waves just lose their energy when they come up against these steps. It's almost like the effect of the shingle beach that you can just see in front of you. And that's what keeps us all dry. That's what stops it from coming over. Because it's been really rough this last couple of weeks. We've had some really, really high winds. It's not really the kind of weather you want to be going out in. It's lovely when it's sunny and not too windy, but not when it's blowing a gale. So all this sand here has been deposited by the sea, because in this area we've got what they call a North Shore drift. In fact, I'll tell you what, we'll go up the steps We'll go up the steps slowly and you can see the promenade. So the sea carries sand and pebbles and beach material northwards, and as it travels it deposits it in different places along the seafront. So that's the leisure park I was just telling you about. So I mean, even for a Thursday morning in December, there's quite a few people about. It's because it's such a lovely day. And at the side of the Jubilee here is a park, Jubilee Gardens. So we're coming up to Mary's Shell now. Apologies if you've heard all this before, but I know that we've got a lot of new subscribers since we last took a walk along Cleveleys Promenade. So there'll be quite a few people that have not seen this and perhaps might want a guided tour and might want to come for a look round next year. So actually I'm just walking over these little fish as we're walking along the edge of the prom. You can see these, there's almost like a strand line here, look, where the tide's been up. Because as I said, this is all designed to catch any overspill and any extra water. So here's another fish. So the first one we looked at was number 30 and that one's 47. I think there's about 100. There might even be 2. There's a lot. It's a very popular spot for fishing. So this is Mary's Shell, and the ogre, ooh, it's nearly gone. Can you see there? There's a rock on the right hand side of where the groin is. There, just see it now. That is the top of the ogre's head. And when the tide goes out, he will emerge again from the deeps. He's there, look, you can just see him centre sharp. Poor thing, he gets drowned twice a day. And then this is Mary's Shell, which is a huge steel sculpture that you can actually climb inside when the tide's out. And pretty much always there's a little bit of it visible across the top of it when the tide's in. It's got to be a really, really bad storm before it completely disappears. So this is Cleveleys by the sea. Popular all year round. I'll go over here and show you there's a little tiny car park at the side of the beach here, which you'll be able to see over the wall. This one. And then down there there is a long stay car park, and that grassed area is Jubilee Gardens. And the venue is currently closed because obviously it's a pub, but that's my local. Can't wait for life to come back to normal and we can carry on doing normal things. And the building in front of us with the egg whisks on top is a cafe. And that opens, well, it opens most of the year round, but it's more of a seasonal thing because obviously when the weather's bad, customers are few and far between. So that's your guided tour for this morning of Cleveleys Beach and Seafront on a lovely day in winter with a bit of a choppy background sea soundtrack. So if you've not already subscribed, make sure you do so. Make sure you hit that little bell for notifications, and then we'll see you next time. See you soon. Bye.